Deadlift, and today I want to go over just a few things that I kind of see a lot with hinge movements and the kettlebell swing, RDL, single leg deadlift, mostly with the RDL and single leg deadlift. So RDL stands for Romanian deadlift, if you're unaware. I'm just going to show one real quick, just a correct one here. So it's starting from the top, slightly bend my knees, I push my hips back, just till I go down and I feel tension build up in my hamstrings, pop back up to the top here. Now single leg deadlift, same kind of idea, but you're on one leg, down, and now you notice I kind of start to fall that way. You gotta stay on the ball of your foot, try to keep good balance, down and up there. Again, go until you feel that tension build up in your hamstrings and pop them right back up. And I know a lot of you guys here at the gym that are watching this, and probably others as well, complain kind of about the low back when you do these movements. Now what's happening with that is you're going too far down. So you're coming down, way down here, and then some of you guys are even starting to round over a little bit because you just don't have the mobility to get that low, the flexibility to get that low. So you're compensating by rounding over just slightly, and that's tugging kind of on that low back area, and that's why you're feeling it a lot in there. So how to prevent that is just stopping when you feel the tension build up in the hamstring. So down, for me it's about right there, pop back up, versus coming all the way down here and back up, okay? Now, if your purpose, or if you're in your training, you want to get your low back stronger, it's fine to go a little bit lower, but only if you have the flexibility for it. So if I can get all the way down like this with my back flat, which I can, then by all means, go for it. But with that, it's going to pump up your low back a lot. So those are types of things you don't really want to do towards the beginning of the workout, because then it'll affect, squats, other deadlifts, other lifts like that you're going to be doing with them. So just be very careful with the selection if you're going, this almost like stiff-legged, longer distance, higher depth RDL, right? Versus just a hamstring glute exercise here. So you should feel a lot in your hamstrings, not necessarily your low back. Now, you do have to remember, if you're not used to these type of movements, these hinge deadlift movements, you will feel it in your low back a little bit. I mean, pretty much it's unavoidable just because it's such a new movement to you, and you will end up with a low back pump. So there's gonna be a lot of blood in that area. It's gonna feel tight. Now that pump feeling, that tight feeling is different than a hurt, injured feeling. So you have to remember that too. So a pump in your low back is a lot different than an actual injury in your low back. Now, that being said, a pump can affect your workout a lot and negatively, and you may not be able to do movements. I've had low back pumps from hell where it's just like I can't do the movements after just because of the pump in the low back. So you just have to be careful with that and play with it. But remember, hamstrings and glutes, not low back on our RDL. So it's not a very deep movement for most. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind, guys. Other than that, that's it, guys. Just want to touch on it. If you have anything else that you want me to talk about, drop a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Send me a message personally. John Pep, most of you guys who are going to be watching this know, so just hit me up if you want anything.